we have today Dr. J. His name is Dr. C.J. Jayachandar. We call him Dr. J. So he is one of the master trainers from 3 different disciplines, 3 different schools of NLP, been there in this field for such a long time. And we decided that let there be some kind of awareness of what this NLP is all about. So, and then we come from different professions. I know all of you are very coming from different areas, want to utilize it for different purposes. So how neuro-linguistic programming is of any use for us? So we are going to look into it in detail. So I handed over this space to Dr. J to help us understand what is NLP and what are the benefits and how we can use it. So if at all we wish to join the program and understand in detail about it, how we can make use of it and start, get the benefit from it right away to make our life better. Over to you, Jay.
Yeah, thank you, Gayatri. Welcome, everyone. And I'm going to give you a kind of brief for this session. So we are now at 7:08. For the next 40 minutes or so, there will be the presentation, which also includes a kind of discussion. And then at around 7:50, there will be question and answer session. And then we will see how we will close by 8 or 8:10. So that is how the flow. I'm going to share my screen now. Hope you can hear me and see me. You can post your comments, you can post your comments as well as questions on the chat box. So Gayatri will look into and we will take it one by one. So NLP, what it is and its benefits. To start with, hope everyone would have come across this NLP, and for the past, let's say from 1996, I had been hearing about NLP, and it was something weird, that if you hear about the term NLP, it is like what it is. And if I'm going to say it is neuro linguistic programming, then whether it pertains to a kind of software or something technical oriented, that's how it is. It's something weird, and how it can change our lives, that we are going to look into. Now, to start with, can you look into this picture and uh, type in your chat box what you get, or you can also unmute yourself and say what's that. Moving forward in a new path. Yes, Babu, Nagarajan, journey. Yeah, what else? Looking into this picture, a person walking towards unknown. Okay, is this Madhuri Zite? Xperia, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who else?
An unknown journey.
Yeah, unknown journey. Thank you, Winston. Mute yourself. Mankira, a new beginning. Okay. What else? What this picture says you? Uncharted terrain, Nidhi. Ah, wonderful. Uncharted terrain. Yeah. Loneliness. Okay. Yeah. What else? I'm just holding on. Some more thoughts to add on? There are more on call. Yeah, Jasmine, Rimi, Sai, Onkar. All right. So what you said is your own perception. Somewhere this photograph had related. It had created a kind of relation inside your mind that as of this moment, what is going on inside you, isn't it? Somewhere looking at this picture, see there are various kind moving forward in a new path, loneliness, new beginning, uncharted terrain, a person walking towards unknown. See how we relate, and from where we relate this, we relate using our mind, and we are looking through this filter. So if we are going to take it further, let's say here, the 7 areas of life, the you is I or yourself, and the 7 areas where we relate. This is the 7 areas of life where our life is into compartments, and we keep on working, we keep on shuffling. And take a moment, if you have a paper and a pen, take a moment and score in a scale of 0 to 10. 10 is you have a superb career. For example, if I'm going to take a career, you have a superb career. 0 is it's 0. Let's say 5, it's moderate. So take your time and a couple of minutes and write it down in 0 to 10 where you stand in this area. Career is your profession or even your business. If you are self-employed, if you are an entrepreneur, then it means you are done. So someone has nearly 8, 9, 10 in it. Someone is has had scored low, let's say 2, 3, 4, your areas. So these are these areas together. It affects our life, the way that we live our life. And if you ask me how it is related with you, or if I'm going to take how it is related with me, if my relationship is not good, definitely my productivity in my career may not be good as well. Let's say if my family and friends, I'm not having a good social context, definitely it might affect the other areas of my life. So that is what this all about. Why we look at it in the beginning, we have to understand where we stand. We have to understand where we stand, because to design our life, we have to know where we are. It is all about we. I can also say that these are the roles that we play. Let us say, as a friend, I play my role as a friend. As a in career, if I'm a manager or if I'm a L&D head, I play a role. That's my role. But I am not that role. I am different, and that is a role that I'm playing. If I'm a father, I'm playing that role. If I'm a mother, that's my role. If I'm a sister, that's my role. If I'm a teacher, that's my role. So every other area, I play my role. So it is me and my role. So how do I play? It's based on my perception. So first slide, when you have looked at it, the picture and how you related, the same way we relate in our roles. So it's all about the perception. It's all about the state of mind that we carry. And our success is based on how we play our role effectively. And our state determines the role playing capability, and which determines the success. So state, how we play our role, and then our success. So let's get into this slide. Me, us, and you. So if you take with me and you, I am here and you are there, and we both together is us. It is like a team. And to come to this us proportion, what has to merge? It is our thoughts, it's our perception that has to merge, not our physical level merging. It's all about our perception, how we understand the other person, so that the other person can understand us. So I'm going to repeat this: how we understand the other person, so that the other person can understand us. Stephen R. Covey said it in a beautiful way. NLP says it as a presupposition. NLP says communication is what the response you get. So it is not that I communicated and the other person had responded in this way. It is like a kind of blaming game, whether I have communicated properly. So me, you, and us. The us is all about the perception, how I understand, how other person understand. And here I need to understand myself. I have to be aware about myself. I have to be aware about the other person, so that we can integrate. We can work for a win-win solution. So if my state is not good, am I becoming aware? This is a point of reflection to you. If my state is not good, am I becoming aware? And then if the other person's state is not good, whether am I aware of the other person's state of mind? And only then comes the us. So if my state is not good, what I am going to do with my state of mind? For example, morning, uh, you know, I reach my office, and in few minutes I enter into my boss cabin, and there is something that he gives a very critical feedback, and then I come out. So how I handle my perception, that's important. Let us say the next moment you are going to engage yourself with with a client. So how effectively that you manage it, because client won't be knowing that you have got a very critical feedback. The client's state of mind will be completely different. If we want to make a deal, or if we want to close a deal, it is how we manage the state of mind. As I said, the state of mind, the role that we play, and the success is the final outcome. So there is a process. What NLP say is there is a process of awareness about what is going on inside us, what is going on within the other person, and then how we are effectively engaging ourselves. So that is me, us, and you. Now a little bit about history. history of NLP before we enter into depth. The history of NLP. The personalities that you see, one is Richard Bandler, the other one is John Grinder. They are the co-creators, and Richard Bandler was a technical guy initially, and then he said, I'm not going to program any computers because computer machines, they don't interact with me, so I will start working with humans. And John Grinder, he was a linguist, so he was very much into language and other sort of things. So both they came together, and what they did initially was to model the expert therapist. So who are the people they took? One is Fritz Perls, the other one is Virginia Satir, and the third one was Milton Erickson. And Fritz Perls was a Gestalt therapist. Virginia Satir was a family therapist, and Milton H. Erickson was a hypnotherapist. So they were very much curious in the way that this therapist could give the results, the outcomes. The outcomes were very successful. So they were very much curious, and so what they did was they were not interested in uh, the model what these people had used, but they were interested in how they were using this for the success. So the outcome of that modeling process is called NLP, and they did it in 1970s. So we are literally four and a half decades, you know, uh, into the field of NLP, and uh, we are still going on. So who are the other contributors? You can find Anthony Robbins. I think most of you would have read his book, and he is Robert Dills, who had contributed a lot in the field of NLP. He is Wyatt Woodsmall. And then he is Ted James, who is running AB NLP, and he is Robert Smith, and he is Dr. William Horton. The contributors who had contributed a lot, and you can find their models and their tools and techniques everywhere. Humongous contribution. It is like adding more models. You understand it, then you create your own models. That is how they have done. So these are the contributors. Now at this moment in time, I'll take a pause. If there are any questions, we can just have it for the next 3 to 4 minutes, and then we can continue. Gayatri?
Yeah, I'm checking. You can post them in the chat box, or can unmute for a second and pose your questions.
All right. So Onkar had asked, please explain customer example you gave. Let's say a salesman is dealing with his customer and a sales executive, and he is working in a car showroom, and he is going inside. He is meeting his boss, and boss says that your target, what you have done till now is very less. You have not reached your target. Now, what happens to him inside by taking the feedback? What do you think that happens, Omkar? You can unmute yourself and you can talk to me.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. What do you think that
Okay.
happens in him?
He will be demotivated, I think.
Isn't it? If someone is going to give you a critical feedback, and even though that feedback is good, something happens in your mind, right?
Right.
And now let us say he is coming with that kind of state of mind. We call it a state of mind in NLP. And now there is a new client. Let's say you have come there to buy a product.
Yes.
Now, what we say is he may not be playing his role effectively until he can manage his state of mind.
Obviously.
Yeah. So it is like his awareness, his presence, his way of closing the sale there. It all is based on the state of mind. So if we can able to change the state of mind at the earliest, and if we can understand the customer state of mind, then he can have the success. Are you getting it?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Now, hello. Yeah. Who is this? Yeah. Now, Disha had given. Disha had posted a question. People say NLP is a life-changing experience. Just need to know what practical lessons can be implemented to gain this experience. Disha, NLP models and tools. Let me take this example what I am talking into, because if we can stick on to this, then in lot many models, this is one area that we had opened. Let us say the state of mind that you are in currently, whatever you are in, whatever you are thinking now, will determine your behavior. Isn't it life changing if you can change, if you can shift your state of mind in a jiff? Let us say from a negative state of mind to a positive state of mind. Isn't it a life changing? Because your success is based on this shift. You can call it as anything. It's a shift. Even ideation comes from a creative state of mind. There are positive states of mind, there are negative states of mind. So to handle our states of mind, NLP has many tools and techniques that can help us to come out from the negative state of mind to a positive state of mind. NLP, we call it as resourceful states of mind. And these resourceful states of mind, we can engage in our behavior because the neurology of us is connected with this mental state, because mind and body is related. Yeah, if you are optimistic, then there is one more model. How are you going to channelize this optimism in a perfect way, in the way of uh, having the successful thought patterns as well as the behavioral patterns to reach the outcome? So having the state of mind is one disha, as well as reaching the outcome is the next thing. Behaviors, you need a kind of behaviors, set of behaviors to reach an outcome, right? So hope by the end of this webinar we will have something to carry. Oh, it's very much practical because it's our mind and body connected. It's all practical. We will understand the program, the program, the NLP program, basic practitioner and master practitioner is all about practicing. It's like practicing what is going on, becoming more aware about our mind, our state of mind, our behaviors, and what we want to create a successful career or a successful relationship or successful network around us, because our network is related with our net worth. Our network is related with our net worth. how we manage ourselves and others is very, very important. So yeah, what I will do is now I'll go ahead with the uh, slides, and then we will take the questions from there. So this is the history, a short history. In India, it all started in late 90s, and I'm thankful to one of my mentor. His name is Ranga, and he's not doing much of his NLP programs. And in 1998, he was the one who brought in Richard Bandler to Bengaluru. He was running an organization called CCMC. So during those days, I started my NLP by reading this book, The New Technology of Achievement by Steve Andreas, because I was going through lot of internal what you call the fluctuations in my mind. And because I had aspiration to be successful, and to reach the aspiration I have to put myself into lot of challenging environments, because sitting at home is all boring, right? And we humans want to do something and want to do productively and want to be successful. We aspire to be better every moment in time. So putting ourselves into a challenging moment, challenging projects will help us to become better. And those challenging moments, somewhere I felt I was missing something, and all of a sudden I got this book, The New Technology of Achievement by Steve Andreas, and filled with lots and lots of NLP tools and techniques. And it was my Bible for quite some years, until I attended my workshop, my first NLP workshop with Ranga, my breakthrough workshop. And then everything changed, because my perception, everything is based on my perception. And when I start working with my perception, I had a different way of thinking, different way of approach. Whatever I could do in 5 years time, I could able to accelerate my capability and competency to reach my success, or to reach my outcome. So now, NLP, what is it? If you ask me, it is manual to run our system. I think every one of you have your laptop or your mobile phones with you, right? And anything around you find, you have a mixie, you have a grinder, you have a telephone, you have a LCD television, whatever it is, everything has a manual. Even whatever the dress that you wear, it has a manual. It states that no, you have to iron it, or you have to have a cold wash or a hot wash. You can use this or that. Is there any manual that had been sent with you when you are on this earth for the first time? Oh, so obviously we were not having a manual. So NLP is a simplest tool, though it has a psychological background. You and me can use. Anyone can use. That's the only reason NLP had taken. And when we start using it, there is no need for us to meet someone called expert, because what NLP says that if one can do, anyone can do. And you should know what has to be done and how it has to be done. That's it. So it is manual to run our system, our mind body system. How to do it? Programming and reprogramming mind. In the simplest way, if you ask me, I'll say we have learned, it's called conditioned from our young age, from our childhood days, going through the situations, going through the suggestions, and we have concluded something, that this is the only way that I can achieve it. So we have the learnings, our past learnings. So what NLP says that you should know to unlearn to relearn. What NLP says is we have to unlearn to relearn. Are we ready? So first thing is to understand what are the programs, or my earlier programs, that I need to unlearn. If you ask me an example, let us say you have a laptop, and do you use a Windows 95 now? It's a software. Windows 95 is a software. Let's say laptop, the other things are hardware. Do you use Windows 95? Do you use Windows 98? You update it, right? What happens if you use Windows 95 or 98? So you can unmute or you can message. What happens in your system? What do you think that happens if you run your Windows 95 or 98 in your system now?
We would not be seeing each other.
Is it not? What else? What else can happen? Many programs won't run. Gayatri, yeah. Disha, one stays outdated. Yeah. We don't find compatible hardware. Yeah. It will not give the same speed. Madhuri, yes. All your architecture designs won't work and you will not get the clarity as well. Yeah. So my question is, are we aware about our software? And we want to be successful in our relationship, successful in our career, successful in our business, successful in our profession. We want all those things. Do we understand about our old programs that we are still using? We have not updated it. It's a question for us to reflect. So what NLP says is, we can unlearn those things. We need to first understand, identify, and unlearn those things. If we don't unlearn it, it means that we are going to face a situation where we may not be in a position to handle it. Then it's called stress. It may not be a eustress, it might be a distress, where the ability is less than the challenge. In eustress, where the ability is equal to the challenge. So how you do it in NLP? To understand all the old programs that we are still using, which is outdated in our mind, and to upgrade those old programs. Very, very important. And then we need to reprogram. Otherwise our neurology acts based on the mind, based on our programs. Definitely someone said we cannot use this technology like Zoom. We cannot connect like this. Definitely not. 10 years back. And by the way, I had been from Intel Pentium 386. So when we can understand this with our hardware and with our software, with the gadgets, and we want to upgrade our gadgets, why not our own mind? What stops us? But we need to be successful, and we want it desperately. So what will be the outcome if you are going to run our old programs? Which we are doing it knowingly or unknowingly, because we are not aware. We will not be reaching the excellence. So NLP says, if you can reprogram your mind, if you can unlearn and relearn, if you can update the software, then what you can do is you can model excellence. What is modeling excellence? Our behaviors. The success is a byproduct of successful behavior. Means doing the right thing at the right point of time in the right way. Doing the right thing in the right point of time in the right way. So it's a set of behaviors that leads us to success. If you think that only my mind leads me to success, it is not so. It is a set of behaviors. And we do certain behavior. Sometimes we are aware, sometimes we are not. Sometimes we hit the success, sometimes we don't. NLP says that you have a formula, you have a strategy to become successful. And NLP says that if you know your old strategies which is not working, and if you can rework with that strategies, then your outcome will be much better and smoother. Isn't it easy? I found it very easy. Though we know that as children, you can ask me, without NLP, can I not do? Yeah, you can do. You can do. We had been doing from our childhood. Without this, we had been modeling. But are we modeling successful behaviors that can help us to reach that excellence? Now, in this world, in this VUCA world, that's what they call volatility, uncertainty. Honestly, reflect within yourself. You will understand how many times I hit that success point. Performance does matter anywhere. You take sports, you take business, consistency matter, sustainability matter. We need to have the skill of modeling excellence, modeling successful behavior. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of how we can use it with children. Let us say let's say a boy, Ramesh, who is not that good in math, and he feels whenever he sits for math, he feels it's boring, and he's not motivated at all. How long you keep on telling him? I think you would have tried for years together. And you can give him examples, they are doing, he is doing, she is doing, and you can put him for tuitions. Have you ever thought that if his mind is ready, then he can sit and concentrate and focus and he can accomplish it? It's all about the mind program that he is going through. What NLP says is you can help him to model excellence, to understand. If there is child, let's say one more child who is really doing good in math, what NLP says is that behaviors we can decode it, and we can help Ramesh to achieve in his own way. We do model every other behavior that we have now. I had modeled from my father, from my mother, from my role models. We call many self-help book calls role model. What is that? You keep on reading, you keep on seeing them. What happens to you? NLP says there is a formula. You can decode and you can encode it here. You can program it in your mind, and when you keep on programming it, and when you keep on practicing it, your neurology will get conditioned. There will be a new neuro pathway that gets formed. Our habits are that. So what will be the outcome? It is modeling excellence. You can model excellence with this NLP models and techniques. That will save time. So NLP, what? Neuro. It's conditioning, thinking, processing, habits. It's all about neurology, the brain as well as our nervous system. It's all about that. What we are thinking, what you are processing, what is my perception, that leads to a state of mind. Linguistic, L, how we express, how we react, our behaviors, verbal and non-verbal. This is how we communicate within ourselves as well as the external world. If my neurology is not good, if my state of mind is not good, the way that I behave may not be appropriate. And if my state of mind is programmed in such a way that I have to be successful, and it is the strategies are laid out, then my behavior will be appropriate. And P is all about programming that I mentioned earlier, how to unlearn and relearn. We need to unlearn many thinking patterns, many strategies that is going on in our mind, so that when we do that, then we will accomplish the right behaviors. All right, so here there is a tool for you. Take a moment, and write down a challenge or an issue or a goal that you are going through now. write down a challenge or a issue or a goal, and if you want you can also type it out so that I can take it as an example and I can work it out. It might be useful to you as well. Take a moment, couple of minutes. So can you key in your challenge or issue or goal? Disha, it is not about comparison. It is about learning. We all learn by modeling others. As a child, we modeled our parents, the way that they spoke, the way that they behaved, the way that they approached. So NLP says it is all about learning from the successful models and model excellence. So here, um, can you share your goal? If you want, you can unmute and you can share goal or challenge or something that you are having now. Yeah. Okay. So here it is. I can't express myself in all of my relationship at work. In fact, to myself too. This is the challenge I am facing. Very good. First thing is awareness. That's what NLP says. So I'll take this example as of here because we have the yeah. Manisha, I got it. I'm taking Madhuri's one here. Yeah. So present state, we call it in NLP. We call it as present state, Madhuri. So you can write it down. I can't express myself in all of my relationship at work. In fact, to myself too. So this is the challenge I'm facing. So write it under where I am, the present state, and where you want to go. Desired state. Can you also write and type it here? Where you want to go, the desired state. So others can also do with your with whatever you have written, your issue or challenge or your goals. You can write it in the present state and the desired state. What do you want to have? That you write it down. So I want to express myself to everyone and act in a way I feel and wish. Okay. Now write it in a desired state. Now I'm going to ask you one more thing. When you said express myself, can you be specific? Give me 3 behaviors specific behaviors of how you want to express. Three, at least minimum two is okay. How you want to express. For others, if you have jotted down your desired state, make sure you become very specific in the behaviors of what you want in your desired state. So one moment. I'm going with, I understand Omkar and Mankirat had jotted. So I'll go with Madhuri now because I've taken her example. I want to express myself to everyone and act in a way I feel and wish. I'm not understanding how to write. Okay, Madhuri, it is about when you said express yourself. What do you mean by expressing yourself specifically? So if I may ask you, what stops you in expressing yourself? Sharing my feeling. So write it down. That is your first specific level of behavior. I need to share my feeling. Okay. So currently, I'm not expressing or sharing my feeling with myself or with the other person or with the person that you want to share with. And desired state is sharing my feeling. Now, you know what happens when I talked about the state of mind? This non-expression of not sharing our feelings, it might run at the background of our mind, and that determines our state. Uh, Onkar, I have taken a specific example so that anyone can understand. So that's the reason I have taken it. So here the present state is I cannot express to everyone or that specific person. Desired state is I want to express my feeling. So NLP says to move from the present current state to a state of expressing the feelings. How do we get there? It's a process from the present state to the desired state. Though we think that we want to express our feelings and many things comes into ourselves, it limits us, and sometimes there is our internal dialogue. It's called the self talk or the internal dialogue in NLP, and it keeps on saying that, and all these things we have learned somewhere in our childhood, somewhere we got conditioned. We need to unlearn to relearn. It's very easy for others to say, why can't you express? Go ahead and express. If they can do that, there is no need of you and me. So NLP helps us to understand and to work through this safely to reach the desired state. Here the desired state is all about expressing the feelings. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to touch somewhere. I'm in college and I don't really have a lot to do from past 2 years. So I don't enjoy being free all the time, and I want to be productive in life, which is making me anxious and depressed a lot. It affects my personal life. Definitely, the anxiety and depression is the state of mind that you are carrying because you wanted to do something which you don't know what you want to do. So what is your desired state? What is that you want to do? You have to list it down. This is an awareness that you have had. And there is lot of generalization here. As an NLPer, if I'm going to go through this, I will say there is lot of generalization. You have to be very specific. So for that, the NLP process will help us to become very specific. So I'm also going to read Omkar's. It says that he had said, suppose I want to wake up early morning, but after all my efforts can't. Where NLP can help we all. Okay, what is the present state? Omkar, can you please unmute yourself? Can we talk on this?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go
Hello.
ahead. Yeah, what is your present state, Omkar?
Uh,
Yeah, I can. We
Hello.
can hear you. We can hear you. Go ahead.
As we know, we take resolution on every new year that I'm going to do this. I am going to do that. But
Mm-hmm.
all our after all our efforts,
Mm.
we are not able to do that. I have given the example. My present
Mm.
state is I want to wake up early in the morning,
What is your desired state?
but
That is
we
no,
can't.
no, no, no. That present state is you are not waking up in the morning.
Yeah,
What is the desired state? At what time you want to wake up?
at 5,
Okay.
at 4.
At 5, 4. Let us say 5. So how you wake up
Yeah,
now? How you wake up? Let us say you have alarm.
yeah.
So how you wake up? What happens when you wake up now? Let's say at what time you wake up now?
Approximately 7 o'clock.
Okay. So what happens inside you so that you finally wake out, come out of
It's
bed?
happening.
Huh?
It happens that like that when alarm goes on, we put it off and then sleep again.
Okay.
We know
Okay.
waking up early
Okay.
is good for
So
our health
finally,
and
and then what happens? How you wake up finally?
we if whether we determine for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. Normally we goes in slowly, and that post condition I can say as if I need
Okay.
tomorrow to
Okay.
go to my trip which I want which I am happy to do.
Okay.
My body is giving me alarm and I wake up early in the morning at 4 at 3,
Isn't
but
it? Yeah.
eventually
Yeah.
we goes मतलब कि हम धीरे धीरे अब उसी स्टेट में वापस चले जाते हैं. Can we
Yes. Yes. Now you know what state it is. So tomorrow you want to go somewhere outside, and that is so
yeah,
compelling for you to wake up out of bed. So you will wake up by
yeah,
4 o'clock. No, there is no
yes,
need for it. So what you do is now today. Okay. Now, can you have your slide? Can I see you?
yeah, please.
Yeah, please. I want to see you. So let us do some anchoring exercise, which you will learn. Okay,
Yes,
here. Can you
yeah,
look at me? Have your left hand here, like this, in front of you.
yeah,
Okay, you have it, right?
yeah,
Now close your
yeah,
eyes. Close your
yes,
eyes. Think of a moment. Think of a moment where you are now. Think of that moment where you are going. Uh, now you are going out.
okay,
Make it so brighter, colorful, and all the curiosity of you want to start early and going out.
yeah,
Right? Make
I
it
can
so
imagine.
brighter. Yeah, make it so brighter, and feel that the feeling of that happiness. Where you can feel that happiness.
I'm feeling that. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where you are feeling that happiness? Which part of your body?
In my mind.
All right, in your mind. Make it all through your body. Let it circulate that happiness. And now what I want you to do is take your finger and touch at your fist at this moment.
Pardon, sir?
Take your right hand finger and touch your fist. Somewhere you touch it. Not at your fist, left hand fist. Your hand
Okay.
is there, right? Left hand fist, yes. Once again, you release it. Go to that moment. Go to that moment in your mind. See yourself. How good it will be that if you want to go outside and mm, you know, the happiness settling inside you. Go to that moment and once again press it in the same point. Make it more colorful, more vivid, more bright, more clear, more sharp. And what do you say inside? You say something? You say something inside your mind?
No, no,
Okay,
sir.
good, good. Now, open your eyes. Close your eyes and touch the same point. And let me know what kind of thoughts coming inside your mind.
Nothing changed.
Okay. You touch the same point?
Yeah.
Same point where you touched? Just touch that
Approximately.
same. Yeah. Just and close your eyes and see where your mind takes that. Otherwise, we need to once again install it.
My mind is diverted.
Okay. Now it means that you have to once again make your mind clear in you of that movement where you are going to go.
Yes.
Right? Make it very clear.
Right.
Make it very vivid. Make it so bright and that happiness. And then at that peak of the moment, you have a small touch. Okay, and
Right.
experiment it. After some time you open your eyes and once again you touch it. See that until you get that, because I'm doing it online, I'm not there in person, right? There's a challenge for me as well as you. Okay, work
Yeah.
it out and mail me, and you can also call me. And what you can do is, when you keep on playing and before going to sleep, just press it and say in your mind, right?
Okay.
Say in your mind.
Right.
In next couple of weeks, definitely your mind will be rewired.
Right, sir.
Right? Anything you
Right, sir.
can talk to me on phone as well. All right? Yeah.
All right, sir. All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Welcome, sir.
So what are the other questions? Okay, so I will take these questions by the end. As of now, let me go. We are now at 8:04. So let me see that in another 10 minutes we will finish our other remaining part. What are the pillars of NLP? Pillars of NLP. These are the pillars: presuppositions, rapport, sensory awareness, outcome thinking, behavioral flexibility, and curiosity. These are the pillars. So we say that the four pillars are the essential pillars. Rapport is, um, it's like both in sync, and I am in sync with myself. I am in sync with others. So that's an important skill that one can have. And awareness, whether I'm aware about my internal perception, about my senses, about my feelings. Outcome thinking, just now we did the desired outcome. And behavioral flexibility, how flexible that I am in my behaviors, whether I'm holding certain behaviors and saying that this is a must, this is the only way that it can happen. As an NLP practitioners, we have a lot of behavioral flexibility that we gain, and we have this outcome thinking as well. We become more aware, and we can relate to anyone because we can increase our rapport, and we will be having a lot of curiosity to understand, to explore more. So these are the pillars, four pillars of NLP on which NLP modeling process stands. And there's a famous model, the head model. So here I'm going to give you something like this: the external event that gets into our system, and these are the filters. The deletion, distortion, and generalization happens, and it gets into this internal representation. So it is stored in our subconscious, and that determines our state of mind. And this state of mind determines our physiology or the behavior. It is easily said. Sorry. It is easily said. All the 7 day of our NLP basic practitioners is all about understanding it, model my model. It's brick by brick to have a complete home. To understand these models, there are various techniques designed to explore and experience these models, so that to have an behavior, successful behavior, we change in the meantime, in the process of NLP practitioner, we change the state, we change the old conditioned internal representation. We understand how our mind is working all together. So this 7 day program helps us, the NLP program helps us to change, to work everything, and for us to become a better human, for us to become a successful person, for us to become an high level performer in whatever field you are. As I said, the 7 areas of life, it is only you, and you use your mind, and you act on it. So Manikrat said, I feel anxious and depressed, and what you do in your behavior, and you mentioned it. Look at your whatever you have written, you mentioned it, the others who have written. So what do you do, Madhuri? You said that, I cannot express my feeling, and do what? Either you avoid the situation and run away, or you suppress it inside, and you can brood on it and crib on it, and do what? And it will affect your internal state. So it keeps on getting inside the subconscious, and we keep on programming it deep inside once again without our awareness, and once again it will play. This whole cycle will repeat. So it is better for us to reprogram ourselves, to change our state. And the beauty of NLP is you take responsibility. Once you become an NLP practitioner, you take the responsibility. You start understanding it. You become more aware, and you start working with your own neurology. And you start becoming a better facilitator. You start becoming your own life coach. And there is no need for others. Until if there is a real need, there is no need for others to work with you. And you feel so wonderful. So this is a head model that we use. And here I'm giving you something to carry on. Look at this. This is Robert Dill's model. People say it is logical level. It is not logical level. If an NLPer says it's a logical level, it is not at all a logical level. What we say, the right term for this is called neurological level. It's by Robert Dills. See how everything is connected? Can you understand? Environment, where I am. Behavior, what am I doing? Ask these questions for yourself. This is for you to take away. Write it out. It is a self life coaching. Capabilities, what do I know and how to do? What skills do I have? Let us say expressing feelings of Madhuri that we have taken as an example. Asking in the environment, where am I? How that person or how those people affect me, my state of mind, behavior. So whenever I am with this kind of people, how my behavior changes. And I can express, if you can express feeling with in an environment and people where you feel conducive, then you will become aware. Capabilities, so what do I need to express and how I can do that? Ask what is stopping me, and you will know. And then the next level is values and belief. What is important to me? You don't express why, because you might be fearing I will lose the relationship, Madhuri, or I might offend some other person. All these things can be from the young age, from the childhood. Our beliefs and values are basically from the childhood, and that is because of my identity. Who am I? Who am I? Have you asked this question? Who am I? And many times we don't ask, and we confuse one role with the other role. We are all actors, like what Shakespeare said. Are we acting in the way that we want to act, and we don't do that. We suffer. Ask, who am I? We are all basic beings. That seven areas of life. You, it means I'm let's say I'm Jay Chandar. I'm a simple human being, and my role as a father, my role as a brother, my role as a manager, my role as an NLP master trainer. These are my roles, and my basic identity is me. So it's in the identity level. And what is the final, the spirit and purpose? What am I here for? What a beautiful question. Ask for yourself. It might give you good answers for your life. Manikrit, you can ask, have you identified? Who am I? You can ask this. What are your values and beliefs? What are your capabilities? What are your behaviors? Because we only ask about our environment and behavior. Omkar said, I want to get up. What is your capability of getting up? What is stopping you? What is your belief on getting up? And the way that you said, I understand that if something is more lucrative and you feel so happy, you will get up. And if it is going to be a regular day-to-day job and you will say, oh God, no, I will sleep sometime more. Or you might also have an internal dialogue saying that, you know what, nothing that serious today morning. Okay, let me snooze that alarm once again and go to sleep. I know one guy saying this, Omkar, to me that these are all strategy when I asked you to change it. He said that, you know what, I see myself being kicked out of my company, and then I get out of my bed. See how we people are? We are either away from pain or towards pleasure. Anyway, for your activity as an NLPer, what I can understand is you are towards pleasure. If something you like more, and you will wake up. Now, even my son does it. Huh? If he wants to go to a theme park next day, and if there is a cricket match, he will wake up 5 o'clock, and he will wake me. And if it is going to go to school or college, I need to wake him up. So it is like that. So we understand, as an NLPer, we understand, and we work in this level slowly, and the techniques, let's say in couple of sessions, 2-3 sessions, the right behavior settles in. So this is called neurological levels. You can apply these questions to your life, right? As an NLP practitioner, what you will get? Wheel of life, to understand life, to calibrate life, values, neurological levels, meta models, language patterns, working with your beliefs, strategies and modeling process, problem diagnosis, and then coming out of problems. And you have meta model, Milton model, asking questions, and then induction, basic hypnotic inductions, how to use metaphors, and how we are using metaphors without our knowledge, timelines. And then you understand about frames, reframes, you understand about swish patterns, phobia cure, fear cure, anchors, changing personal history, conflict resolution. It's a huge, massive 7-day program for your life, for to change your mind, to change your behavior. It is like changing, you have to invest for your success. Okay, it's all about that. When I asked mentor, it's something 7 days and I have to invest this much of money, he said, do you care about your life? What you are going to do? Thinking the same thing, doing the same thing. He said, do something different if you want something to happen in your life. If you are going to do the same thing, you will get the same result. If you want to do something different, you have to do something differently. Amazing. I still carry. It's all about performance by the end, my dear friends. Your attitude, skill, knowledge, behaviors, competency, it's all about performance. Finally, by the end of the day, it's performance. These people, these guys, whoever that you can see, it's like, let's take Prabhudeva. It's all about performance. He's not a novice learner, and he had mastered himself. It's all about mastery. Performance is all about art, artistic expression. Definitely. NLP says you and me have. It doesn't mean that someone perform and I have to keep on watching. I have to say that God had not given me this. God had given us everything. NLP says how you can use that, how you can be a complete performer in the way that you wanted to be, how you can improve yourself, how you can use your intelligence. Have you seen iRobot? The iRobot uses its own intelligence. If you have not seen that movie, see that movie, then you will understand how much intelligence that we have. Are we using to the fullest? How we can think, how we can take it further. I'm not saying without NLP we are not doing this. We are doing it, but we are doing it in a trial and error method. And with NLP, we can do it much, much better. It gives us a direction. It gives us a map. It gives us a kind of steps for us to reach. Definitely, initially, it is good. Think about it. It's all about performance. So, here are two programs. One is happening in Pune. It's happening. Module 1 is for 4 days, 20, 21, 22, 23 July. And module 2, 1, 2, 3 September. So Pune, the contact person is Gayatri. She is on call, and you can get registered because we have it 4 days and 3 days. It is comfortable for the people who are having. You cannot spend continuous 7 days. Yeah, it is there. And the other one is from 12 to 16, 5-day program. It's happening in Pagwara, Punjab. Those who are near, why not invest for your life? That is what I keep on saying. Invest for your life. And definitely, for sure, by the end of this program, you will understand how much you had worked for yourself. Your life certainly is very, very important for you, right? It's very important. My life was very important. Everyone wants to be successful. Remember, the change starts in you. The change starts in you. Start thinking to be the change. Be a change maker. Your life is in your hands. And by the way, there are a lot of bonuses in this. Make a note. What are the bonus? You will get 3 coaching sessions from me free of cost. One coaching session is somewhere around 5,000 rupees. I'm saying session, not hours. 5,000 rupees. 3 coaching session is let's say 15,000 rupees. I do a personal consultation here, and Winston my friend is on call. He is also a coach, and he knows that. So think about that. 3 personal coaching session, 15,000 rupees. You get free of cost. And then 6 months of mentoring period. Because after this, you can take a project that you select, and I will be working with you along with senior practitioners. And we'll work together to make sure that you apply what you have learned. It is all about application. So it means that you have 6 months of mentoring, which is absolutely free of cost, and 15,000 rupees worth 3 coaching sessions for you, personal you. And now, if you take that, someone said, then your program comes free of cost, right? Isn't it? What is that you are investing? So this minus that, you say, let us say you spend somewhere around 30,000 rupees minus 15,000 rupees for 3 coaching sessions as well as your mentorship. So it means that you have got it. You have got a deal. Think about that. Your questions now. You can unmute yourself, and if you have any questions, you can ask me. I'll take a couple of questions, or I'll take. It's already 8:20. We'll take a couple of questions. Gayatri, let me know if there are any questions. You have to unmute yourself.
Okay. I'm seeing some chats over here.
Yeah.
So Arjun has posted the challenge, present state, and desire state. I'm sure you must have gone through it.
Yeah, I have taken one example. Arjun, I think you will understand. I cannot take everything. And anyway, you can mail me, Arjun. I will make my time to work with you as well. No problem. I'll definitely suggest everyone who are ready to go through this NLP program, please be a part of us. All right. So shall we go ahead, Gayatri?
Yeah.
All right. So here it is. We are Basics, Center for Human Excellence, and we do a lot of programs. And we are authorized by 3 major organizations. I'm an authorized trainer from ABNLP, INLPTA, NFNLP. I'm in this field of NLP for the past 19 years. So yeah, as a master trainer for the past 12 years plus. So I keep on working with individuals, with facilitate corporates, groups, public, and this is what I do. And yeah, so here it is. We are at your service, and decide for your life and decide for your success. Invest for yourself. Anyway, we invest for our mobile phones and other gadgets. Why not? My question is direct challenge. Invest for your life and see the life will change. Disha had stated it. It's a life changing experience for sure. 7 days, life changing experience, because we carry the material of 30 years or 40 years in us. In 7 days, you have to go through that and you will come out. It's a process. So we are at your service. You can mail this. Yeah. Hope everyone enjoyed
Yes.
this program. And you can unmute yourself and you can give your sharings. You can share how was the program, or you can post it before we end. Over to Gayatri.
Yeah, it was amazing session, Jay, as usual. And I really invite all the participants to unmute yourself and give your inputs as to any queries that you want. Take a minute, grab this opportunity. It says that it should not be like, it comes to us after the program, like after this webinar gets over. Of course, you can reach out to us on the email addresses given, and be sure that we will get in touch with you, and we'll see to it that your queries are answered. And we have this program coming up in Pune, so feel free to join us, be a part of it. It's never too late to join us, and we would be happy to have this learning environment where we can bring about this change in the 7 days. So for your convenience, we have converted it into 2 modules. So take this opportunity. I am just waiting for some of you. In case you wish to say something, please feel free.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Varinder Datta. I'm calling from Ludhiana.
Haha.
This is in reference to Narinder Kaur from Fagwara, who is a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
And she mentioned, and in fact, I had a meeting, so I just caught up with you very late. It was just the fag end. So where can I have a whole glimpse of the program?
If you connect with Narinder in a day's time, we'll see to it that you'll get. And anyways, Dr. J is going to be there in Bhagwara, so you can have a personal meet with him as well. And before that, if you wish to get, I'll see to it. How you will get the whole understanding of what we shared today. We'll find a way.
Yeah, Gayatri, we have recorded it.
Yeah.
We can share it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. In fact, I asked her, can we have it in the recorded format? She
Yeah.
was not sure. I would
No,
be
you
really
will.
I would be really grateful if you can do that.
Perfect. We'll get that. You will get it by tomorrow also.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Most
Bye.
welcome.
Good,
Yeah, most welcome.
good night.
Good night.
All right.
So
So
here are some inputs from the friends of us who had been here. So Madhuri says, before starting the session, I was very stressed, but after an hour, I'm feeling quite relaxed. Thanks to you, Jason. Manikirat says, thank you so much. It was really helpful. Onkar says, thank you, ma'am, and all fellow friends. Rimi says, thank you. It was quite knowledgeable. And S. Babu said, thanks a lot. It was my first exposure to NLP. Hope to see you soon. Best wishes. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind feedback. And feel free to connect with us. You have our numbers, and you can write to us and connect with us, call us, and we will see how we take this further. Yes, Jay.
yeah, thank you all. We'll meet you soon.
Jay, I'd like to thank you very much. That was great.
Yeah, Winston. Always. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
So
see you
let's
later.
end our
Thanks.
call.
Thank
Thank you.
you very
Yeah.
much. Yes. See you soon.